Yo, what's good, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry Sistas review. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, then you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell somebody to tell somebody if you choose to, but if not, just sit back, relax while we get into this messy thing. Well, I don't necessarily believe this is messy. Some of y'all might find this messy, but that's okay. But it's gonna be a short video because I had someone ask me, do I want Fatima and Karen to be friends? And I thought it would make a great video discussion. In a word, no. I do not want Fatima and Karen to be friends. And I don't mean that, coming from a mean-spirited place. It's just some reasons why I don't want this to happen. The main reason is Fatima, in my personal opinion, already takes up too much space in Karen's world. And this is what I mean. Fatima is already engaged and pregnant by Karen's ex. On top of that, Fatima is Karen's best friend's assistant. And from that assistant dynamic, Fatima and Andy have grown to be close friends. On top of that, Fatima and Danny are besties now. Don't know when that happened, but okay. Whole nother discussion for a whole nother video. The only person that kind of keeps Fatima at arm's length is Sabrina, but I still ain't forgot how all these heifers was acting in season 7 when they was talking about Karen at them brunches and impromptu drink meetings. I ain't gonna discuss it because that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time, but I ain't forgot is what I'm saying. Next thing you know, they're gonna try to make Aaron Fatima's cousin. They just doing too much. They are just doing entirely too much. Now, I do want Fatima and Karen to be cordial, cool, and respectful, but I do not want them to be friends. I just think it's too much intertwining with these two that it, to me, is just becoming like a lot of these things are unbelievable and unrealistic. Now, that is not to say that Karen and Fatima can't be friends, but I don't trust the writers to do it in a fair way. I just don't. I think because majority of the writers in the writers' room have already declared that they are team Fatima or team Zatima. I really believe that there is such a bias in the way that they write certain things. It's not gonna be done in a way where both women, I believe, are done equally in the setup for their friendship. If they had, writers who could write from a different place, I probably wouldn't mind it. But it's just all, like I said, it's already too much intertwining going on with these two women. Now, it's interesting because I told my mom, I said, I'm going to talk about your story one day. I didn't think it was going to be this video, but I'm going to say it. Now, some people may believe because, Fatima and Karen have had a lot of exchanges with the B word flying out each other's mouths, popping up in each other's, face, showing up at each other's house, walking into one of them walked into the other house and nothing happened. That is too much damage that has been done for these two to be friends. Not necessarily, because my mama situation ain't got jack on Karen and Fatima. So I'm gonna change everybody's name so the guilty parties can be remain anonymous. But anyway, not too anonymous. So we gonna say, okay, my mama name is T. The baby daddy in this situation, his name is Vaughn, and the other baby mama name is Maria. So my mom has 2 children by Vaughn. Maria has 2 children by Vaughn. So Vaughn is going in between my mama T and Maria. So for those who know demographics, if you live in this area, Tampa is about 45, 50 minutes from St. Pete. Depending upon how deep you got to go in St. Pete, you could be looking at an hour, depending upon how far you stay in Tampa. So one day, my mom decides she gonna drive from Tampa to St. Pete to go to Maria's house. My mom walks into Maria's house, sees Vaughn there, tells him to get his and proceeds to talk about Maria's house. Now, Maria lived in the projects. Back in the day, the projects was horrible, ran down. They're not like that today. But my mom proceeds to say, this where you want to be? This who you want to be with? Somebody who live in this stink-ass, dirty-ass, nasty-ass house? Get your and let's go. What does Vaughn do? Vaughn gets his stuff and he bounces. Maria does nothing because Maria was scared of my mom. Maria had a lot of mouth, but Maria wasn't going to do nothing. I told my mama straight up, I said, you would have got your ass beat that day. I don't care how scared I would have been of you. I don't care if I believe you would have got the best of me. The fact that you walked into my house and proceeded to talk about my house, oh, you got to get your ass beat. But Maria did nothing. The saddest part of this situation, my mama didn't even want Vaughn. My mom did that to exert her dominance to show Maria, I can do this because I can. And he gonna do. I said, you know what? I'm sorry. Ain't no way. But that just goes to show when you young, you do young, dumb things. Fast forward 20 some odd years, my mama and Maria the best of friends. They go to the casino together. They go out to eat. They talk on the phone for hours, help each other out. Like, it can happen. It really could happen, but these writers are going to mess it up. I'm not encouraging anybody to be like my mama and Maria and Vaughn. That ain't what I'm trying to say. The purpose of me telling that story is that when you are immature in your thinking and in your mind, and when you mature and you come to terms with, oh, this dude was lying to both of us, oh, he was the reason for this confusion, we can get past that and build our own relationship that we can make sure, our children have a sibling relationship, so on and so forth. So when I look at FATIMA and Karen, I think they have done a great job by being able to be in each other's presence. There are no crazy words flying out the mouth. There ain't no crazy looking at each other. They could be cool, cordial, and I hope that the writers leave it as such. I'm all for kumbaya. I'm all for it, but not with those two. Leave them as is, because the writers are going to jack it up. So again, to revisit the question, do I want FATIMA and Karen to be friends? Absolutely not. I want them to remain as they are. I think it will be great for the story, because I do see some other drama coming up on the horizon. Once these children are born, it's going to be some mess. We already know that. So let's just leave it as such, and we won't have to worry about the friendship part of their dynamic. So I want to thank you guys for listening. Thank you to the young lady who sent me that question. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, I will holler at y'all later, and y'all be safe out there. One.